In Hebrew and in short form, like Yehudim Hayatah. We make a blessing, we thank the Creator. We thank the Creator of the fruit of the vine, the grape juice that is both symbol and embodied aid to our rejoicing. Can I hear like 3 shout-outs for the joy of your experience of community? Let me hear one. It's different than the kind of shout out I was anticipating. Let me hear 2. And let me hear that quiet joy.
Black Lives Matter!
Yes. Black Lives Matter.
Togetherness.
Say again.
Togetherness.
Togetherness. And one more joy. Connectedness. You can take a whiff now, we're going to take a whiff later. Scent is the most powerful sensory memory we have. Can I hear 3 shout-outs for unforgettable moments from this very Shabbat that you want to carry into the week?
Wonderful! Gratitude!
Teshuva Rabbah. May we be part of the way. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolamim borei nesamim. We enter into Shabbat lighting distinct candles, each with a solitary wick. And we leave Shabbat with the braided Havdalah candle of many wicks, as surely as the restful and subversive practice of Shabbat supports us to take time to connect, to bond with ourselves, with community, across faith communities, and with spirit. Baruch atah Havaya Eloheinu melech haolamim. of the Creator that creates contrast, that distinguishes between the sacred and the mundane. May our coming together this evening, this late afternoon evening of Shabbat, may, in whatever ways we were stirred, in whatever ways our hearts cracked open a little further, our minds open to new lenses of reality a little further. May this evening inspire and refine our awareness of the magic and the miracles and the massive efforts that are manifest and that are yet possible from the moment to moment and the day to day, so that we can bring that Shabbat consciousness into what we call the holy mundane. Before we do the final closing of this ceremony, we have a very beloved and special someone that we want to honor for all he has offered. Our founding rabbi, our guide, our teacher, our mentor, our visionary, Rabbi Burt Jacobson.
Burt, it is you. Something in the way you teach. You brought us Martin Buber, the Baal Shem Tov, and your teacher, Rabbi Abraham Joshua. Something in the way you move us. You translated liturgy inclusively. You translated liturgy inclusively, inviting us into prayers we can pray, leading us in meditation, giving us access to the Ein Sof within and without. Something in the way you share this synagogue. First with Rabbi Zeri Weiss, then with our team of rabbinic leaders, Alana Schatz, Howard Hamburger, Bobby Rose, Rachel Lador, Cynthia, and David Cooper. And how you guys made. Then you and David figured out how to set a place at the table for our Chazan Shulamit, Sandra Razieli, Sharon Groden, and our associate Rabbi Hillary. Burt, you show us how to ground our spirituality by connecting to our sense of justice, and to ground our actions of tikkun olam by connecting to our souls. We learned the prophet's call to justice in your classes and in your sermons, and joined you in collective actions in the demonstrations. You talk the walk. You walk your talk. You've gifted us with transparency, sharing your ups and downs of your personal journey. After losing your house, your spouse, mother, your library, you undertook a serious spiritual practice. Spiritual direction with Catholics, meditation with Jews, dance lessons from Diane, and you brought these gifts back to us. Burt, you're not the person we met 30 years ago. You smiled for us. You boogie on the beat. You model how to be an elder. And you're not dead. Your vision of us made this evening possible. You're not. And we're not done yet with you either. You've led and sustained us for 30 years. And so much more has happened because you've also allowed us to lead and sustain you. Burt, we love you.
So, Burt knows I made this quite a while ago for him. I was looking for the right occasion to actually give it to him. And it's a needlepoint that says on it, Vayakel, which is the name of one of the parshiot of the Torah. Now, in English, we don't have a verb for community, but we do in Hebrew. And the word Kehilla comes from the verb to make a community or to assemble. So it says, Vayakel Moshe, and Moses assembled. But really what it means is that Moses made community. So who would be the best person in the world to give a Vayakel to? Exactly. So now that I've kept it for too long, it is your Vayakel. Dedicated to Burt since the time I wrote it. I did it. So he's been watching it at 2 different art exhibits. Now he gets to keep it.
And finally, I heard a story, actually I was there the day that your tefillin, I was there the day that Rabbi Fern's tefillin was taken from a trunk of a car along with her computer while she was teaching at Kehilla with Rabbi Diane. And the story is that you gave her yours. So we want you to have your own back again. It's been espionage. And to make sure you know that it is every bit your leadership and your vision that would inspire us to actualize 30 years inviting Joanna and Angel and Roland and Deb and David to give the flower of your vision. You've invited us to have the courage to face ourselves, internally and externally, with your example. You've invited us to have the courage to face the truths of our own spirituality, whatever that may be. You've invited us to dare to experience deep sorrow, deep love, unanswerable questions, radical joy, and even radical effervescence. So this is a small token of our appreciation and our love.
And now that you have a pair to fill in, we can tie one on together.
Put those candles out before they burn out.
Yeah, we're gonna give Rabbi Burt a moment to respond.
I want to thank the leadership of Kehilla. I want to thank all of you. This is just a momentous moment, a wonderful moment. I also want to express my gratitude to the mysterious source out of which all visions flow, out of which all worlds flow. This little earth circling around the sun, this sun is one of billions of suns in our galaxy alone. There is some mysterious source out of which existence was born, out of which life came to be, out of which consciousness came to exist. And we are part of that source on this little planet, in this little corner of an unimaginable universe. And each of the religions and ways of wisdom that have grown on this planet reflect and mirror some aspect of that vast mystery. And we all get to share in it for the length of our lives. I thank that source. I thank each of you who are manifestations of that source for making this community the reality that it is.
And so, as guardians and prophets and activists and mystics, we turn our attention to this flame and this juice and the transitional moment of extinguishing. And we call on the strength of our ancient prophet Eliyahu, our ancient prophetess Miriam, and we sing our way into the darkness of this new day. Shabbat.